am so excited. Today, we are going to be covering our last, I should say, official video of our first summer trilogy series. And we are going to be covering Hawaii and exploring it a different way than being on land. We are going to the sea. I'm going to touch base on the different islands, the best cruise line that really covers and has most of the territory in Hawaii, as well as some different trips and tips to kind of keep in mind if you're looking for your Hawaii cruise and the getaway. So definitely stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video so you can be notified on all the upcoming things we have. And with that being said, my name is Taishita. I am the founder and CEO of Luxury Travels by Dreamy Designer Events, where we curate elevated experiences worldwide and transformational retreats so you can rediscover, reset, and reconnect to who you are. We've been doing this for over a decade with experience in over 20 plus countries. So definitely, if you have a question, if you need something, we have the ins and outs, and the ideal is to make it as seamless as possible and making sure that not only you have all your travel documents, but you have access to our app that has 24/7 your trip itinerary, your trip details, and all the information at the fingertips, no matter where you're going, anywhere in the world. So, on that note, let's dive in to Hawaii. So here we are. So thinking about a Hawaii cruise, here's everything you need to know, at least as much as possible without taking too much time up. But again, any other questions, thinking about particular itinerary, have questions about one, reach out to myself and my team, and we're more than happy to help you in all aspects of it. So let's dive right on in. So, like I said before, we are going to go to Hawaii, talk about you can catch these cruises almost year round, what to expect, some things to kind of be prepared for ahead of time, some of the cabins, as well as some of the perks that they have that may be a little bit different than the Caribbean, but almost relatively around the same. So, Pride of America. So, Pride of America is actually Norwegian's cruise ship. They do Hawaii year round. They actually have a lot of the territories in Hawaii itself. So, a lot of their tours, they pretty much almost in a sense own that entire area for cruising. They make sure they can kind of give you the most authentic experience, and that goes all the way down to the luau's, goes down to the dinners, go down to the water experiences, and they can hit a lot of the islands and have a lot more time at the islands, so you're not like trying to like almost be there with like multiple different ships. They definitely can give you that full experience while also enjoying Hawaii. So with Hawaii, most of them you will be going into Oahu. I'm going to Maui, which honestly later on in one of our destinations we'll go more into Hawaii itself because there's so much to know. I have so many clients that go there. There are a lot of amazing things to it, but there's also a lot of things to know about each of the islands. Cruising is the best teaser you can ever get because you can really see the islands for what they are. Again, you go to Maui, go to two ports on the big island, Kauai, and then you return back to Honolulu on the very end. Just to kind of give you an idea, they do have some itineraries that are a little bit longer. They don't run them year round, they run them certain times of the year. But this gives you a snapshot of what most of their itineraries look like, give or take a few, depending on if there's a change up, if they're adding one of the smaller islands, or if you're stopping at a bigger island and you can do a tour to one of the smaller islands that's like right off the coast of it. With it, they have similar aspects. So they have interior, ocean view, balconies. Again, the best part about Norwegian is they do have solo and single interiors as well. So that's always a bonus. They do have larger suites because a lot of times families do like to go. So they have it where it's a little more spacious, especially if you have like four adults going, and you don't necessarily want to do like a balcony because you need a little more space. They do have suites that kind of give you a lot more square footage to keep in mind. Um, Free at sea perks, oh my gosh, Norwegian, hands down, always amazing. They have the specialty dining, the Wi-Fi. They do have the third and fourth person self-free or sell for $99, which is pretty much just the taxes on them. But definitely they have these. The nice part about this is you get more of a relaxing experience because you have more time on the islands. The islands aren't that far, so you can spend almost all day at one island, and some islands they'll even do overnight. So it really gives you a lot more than like a lot of the Caribbean ones. You may be there for maybe 6, 7 hours, give or take, but you're off and then you're on to the next one. Definitely gives you a chance to really experience Hawaii as well as the culture and the land part of it as well. This is really nice. It's still US, all US based. So you'll be pretty much, depending on where you're coming from, if you're coming from the US, obviously you can go there via passport or your real ID when you're flying. If you're flying from anywhere else, you can fly via passport. But it's really nice. All the ports are US ports because all of Hawaii is still US owned. So your flight in general, it may be a little bit long depending on where you're coming from. However, you don't have to worry about too much of like that international. So like sometimes depending on like if you're going to Europe, the flights are overnight. So you have to figure out all of that and logistics wise. Don't have to worry about it. It's very nice. Plus, again, like I said, with the islands and also the cruise ship, they make sure it's very multi-generational. So that means whether you have kids going, adults going, there's something for everyone. And that also goes down to the excursions that you can do on each of the islands. They make sure, hands down, that you're taken care of regardless of who's going. These are very, very important. So when cruising, I always tell people, and honestly, this goes almost no matter where you're coming from, and it's up to people's preference. I've had people who've done it. I don't always I actually never recommend it unless that is up to their choice. But if you're flying in, please fly in the day before. Honestly, between flight delays, flight changes, flight interruptions, because if you are not on that ship by the time the cruise has to leave, it will leave without you, honestly. And I don't think they are going to wait. And actually, no, I know they're not going to wait. So definitely fly a night before. You can fly into Honolulu. Very nice. You can do like a pre-night. I always tell people it's also kind of get you more relaxed. So you can like get something to eat, enjoy it, so you're not feeling like as much a hustle and bustle. So the day you get on the ship, you're a little bit more relaxed and it's still a travel day, but it's not as busy of a travel day because you're already came in the day before. Definitely pack layers because depending on what island you're at, depending on whether you're inside the ship, on sea, on the island may be super hot, but on the ship, they make sure they keep it cool. So definitely make sure you pack layers just so that you can have something to cover up in case it gets a little bit chilly or vice versa. So it's just kind of like, kind of think about those. Another really important thing is to pre-book your excursions. If there's excursions you really, really want to do, they do have a number limitation for a lot of them. And sometimes if it's something that you want to do or something that's very popular, 9 times out of 10, other people are going to think the same way. So it's just one of those things I always tell people. If you really want to do it, plan ahead, make sure you do it. We do a lot of our consultations prior to your departing. So we'll go over your tours. Our team can actually help book those, make the reservations so that you don't have to worry about it. And all of those will be on your travel documents that you'll have the paper, electronic to your email, and also via the app that we have. You'll have access to everything 24/7. So to go in, this type of cruise is good for honestly almost anybody, whether you're going by yourself, family, first timers, someone who wants to go away but doesn't want to be too busy in the hustle and bustle and you want a little bit of relaxing. You name it, it's good for that. Celebrating honeymoon, anniversary. This one is kind of like your all-in-one type of experience. The Norwegian Pride, this one, Pride of America, is their main one. They've been doing Hawaii itself for years. They have multiple different dining options. It's a very big ship. It has been newly renovated, so it kind of has a little bit more updates from like some of their newer ships and things of that manner. So I always tell people that's really good because when they do the renovations and the updates, they make sure they target things that may have been missing years ago when they first created the ship, and they make sure they add it in so it still kind of fits the trend, but everyone has always something to do. And with that being said, definitely If you have any questions, things like that, let us know. Have you been to Hawaii before, even not by cruise? I have a lot of clients that have been to Hawaii like by land, and then I also have clients who have done it by cruise. And then I've done people who've done both, where they've either come in or they stayed later from the cruise to kind of expand it and things of that manner. But definitely let us know what your favorite thing about Hawaii was. Let us know if you want to go to Hawaii. And again, as always, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and to this video, and let us know what other destinations you want to hear about. Until next time, guys, bye.